And so I have no idea how this works or why it works, but it works for me. So I,
So
I do this, and I don't even know how I started doing this, but before we go on an investigation, like the day before, I just sit down and I put my my spirit box on with headphones, and I just sit there and I meditate on the place that I'm going to, and I just listen, and I type down on my phone the words that I hear, and I do it for 15 minutes. At the end of it, I set an alarm. At the end of 15 minutes, I stop. And most of the time, I've had things come up that are pretty relevant. And the DOS house is it might have been the first house that I ever did this for. But I had somebody coming to me in my dreams or in my sleep for the week before, and I'd never had that happen. But I took down all, and I still have the list of words. But I took down this big list of words, and as I just kind of glanced through it, I text the ladies, and I'm like, "Hey, does the name Molly mean anything to you?" And they're like, "No, Molly doesn't mean anything to us." I'm like, "Okay." So we drove there in the middle of a freaking snowstorm. The roads were horrible, and when we get there, um, I think it was one of their sisters that actually met us at the house. I was walking them through, and I was telling her about this list of words, and she said, "Well, the one lady's mom was in the paranormal group, and she's the whole reason they bought this house and why they're into it, and her name was Holly." So I went back and looked to my list of words because the name Molly came up like 5 or 6 times. But at one point, I would type down Molly, and the next word would be like, "No." And then it'd go on, and I'd hear it again, and I'd type it down, and it's like, "Really?" And so I got to the end, and I typed down Molly again, and it says, "No. Hot, heavy, hard" were the next 3 words. And I'm like, "What is this?" Well, as I went back and read it, they're literally telling me, "No, it's not Molly, it's Holly, you idiot." And I'm like, "What in the hell is happening?" And there were some other words on it that really made sense once we were in the house. And so I have no idea how this works or why it works, but it works for me. And so
yeah,
I've been doing it every investigation since, and we always come up with 4 or 5 things that become relevant.